Hello and welcome back, Aquarius, for your zodiac wheel reading for November 2018. Focusing on Aquarius and what messages there are for Aquarians through November 2018. Okay, first house Aquarius is the Seven of Cups there for you. What a lovely card. This is showing that you have options and choices opening up for you in November. You may not be able to do all of them all at once, so don't knock yourself out too much. Just one thing at a time. But I feel from November onwards it will be a situation where you will see some of your goals and aims hitting the mark and you achieving them over the next few months. So your persona is what the first house is all about, and it is how you present yourself to the world and how others see you, and it's showing me here that they're seeing you as a real achiever and somebody who puts their plans into action. Second house is showing me here that you're also going to be finding your strength in November with the energies that are around, astrologically especially. It will be setting you up to stand your ground when you needed to, and to show that you are an authority on certain things, that you may not know everything about everything, but you certainly are someone who has got a lot of wisdom and knowledge to share with others. Now, third house being the house of communication and also a short distance travel, is showing me here that if you are wanting to get from A to B, or be able to maintain a vehicle or travelling allowances or anything like that, you will have the resources to do that. So it is a very positive card, the Three of Pentacles, because it is what I class as the entrepreneur, entrepreneur, but also aristocratic type energy to it. So if you want to give yourself a little bit of something special, when I see the Three of Pentacles, I know that that's going to be possible from good management and using your wisdom and authority on your ability to earn money as well as your values system. Fourth house, which is the base and foundation of our astrology chart. No, it's known as the IC, and it is also the foundation for your security in a way, because it represents your home and the home environment. Now it's showing me here with the sun there in the 4th house that you're feeling in holiday mode. I feel that it could be a case of if you're in the southern hemisphere, the weather's gotten better, you've got all your chores done, you don't need to work so hard in the yard, for example, and you've done some spring cleaning. So time to just relax and enjoy your home environment and not have to do too much work through November. That's the energy I'm getting from this sun in that 4th house. So, and a very positive influence to do with home and family and loved ones. Yeah, so the sun energy also represents a yes. So if there's something that you are wanting to do with your home environment and you're wondering whether or not you're going to have the money or whether or not you're going to be able to get the manpower to help you do it or anything like that, I feel that the answer is yes. Now, 5th house, which represents how we have a bit of fun, our hobbies, a little bit of sporting energy there in the 5th house. Now, I feel with that, you aren't really feeling that competitive, Aquarius, so you may want to take a bit of a back seat and watch the fun instead of participating and competing in it. That's what energy that 5 of Wands represents. So you know, you could also find that you've got a lot of invitations or dates set for certain things and they clash and you can only go to one thing. You can't split yourself in two and go to both events. 6th house, Aquarius, is showing your work environment as well as your health situation. Again, I'm seeing improvement there, and I'm being shown by the 2 of Wands that you have two choices with work. So there's some choice being available to you, and health-wise, keeping on top of what's needed to nurture self, which is really the right environment in November for caring for the self, because we have Venus retrograde. Now, Venus went retrograde on the 5th of October at 10:45 degrees of Scorpio. Now, coming into the 16th of November, it will be stationary, then going direct, and it will be going direct at 25.14 degrees of Libra. So I feel that there must have been for you, Aquarius, a time through November where you are revisiting your health regime, looking at your fitness programs, reshuffling your work situation, and as I said, two directions to choose from, even possibly 2 jobs. So see how you feel about that when it presents itself. But coming into the end of November, as Venus goes direct again, and that more calmer energy of the Libran sign you'll start to be able to see things a little bit clearer and make a better decision in that area of your life. Seventh house here, Aquarius, is showing that your partnerships, whether they be business or romantically connected, are very nurturing and give you a sense of well-being. So not that much to be said really about the placement of the King of Cups here, because you could be dealing with a caring, kindness and generosity of a male energy. So if it is representing your significant other, you will find through November that he's being able to get more in touch with his gentler male energies, which is very lovely when men do that. It's the beautiful side of them, and I just feel that if you're a man, you're going to be happy to express that kind of energy to those that you care about, and if you're a woman, you will feel that energy being expressed by the men that you associate with or are in a relationship with. And for women, you also will be feeling that gentler side of yourself, and because the energies are affecting men in a positive way, it will allow women to be more nurturing themselves. It's sort of like a domino effect or a trickle down effect. Eighth house is showing here cutting through any debris and sorting out the good from the bad. And the eighth house is the good and bad house in a lot of ways, because it does represent our death and rebirth energies. It is one of the psychic houses, so being more able to distinguish what's our monkey mind and what is our intuition, and differentiate between the two, because the monkey mind worries over things that it can do nothing about and usually is loud and chatters a lot, and the intuition is a more matter-of-fact voice that we hear, and more comes in a more subtle whispering sense than you know, an urgency. And so I'm seeing with the Ace of Swords there that Aquarians will be fine-tuning their antennas to that. Now, ninth house here is showing me that you may feel that others are a bit jealous of you, or you yourself may be a little bit jealous of somebody else, but I don't feel that it is a jealousy intense situation. I feel more that it's connected with somebody being able to do something or go somewhere, like overseas or a long distance journey, or away on a journey for a long time, that you in a way really wish it was you. But put those goals into place and you will be able to achieve that. So yeah, that ninth house energy of higher wisdom is also being affected here by that energy that is wanting to take a break really from having to either teach or learn. So use this Venus retrograde to really reflect on what you've learned over the last 8 years or so, and you know, have you implemented it better than what you did before. 10th house, which is the midheaven of our chart, and so the zenith of our zodiac wheel, and it is showing the end of the old and the beginning of the new. Now Aquarius, I feel that you, being that sign that can detach from situations a bit easier than maybe some of the other signs are able to detach themselves, you are, there's either a need for you to put that sort of detached perspective into place in your career and in the outer world, because the 10th house is about the outside world. So you either need to put it into place where that's concerned. So if it's a case of, you know, when you come home from work, hanging up the boss hat, or leaving work at work so that you can come home and have that feeling of really knocking off and having a break. Yeah, so that's the main thing that I'm getting here with that placement. A little bit of unrest, so restlessness is also being shown here to me, because you know, you do love your work, and you do have a bit of a passion for it as well, but you can't live to work constantly, because then you miss out on your life. And when it's all said and done, we work so that we can earn the money to have a life. And if you're not having a life and all it is work, 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 then you're going to, you know, this is the sleepless nights card. So you know, you've got so much energy and so much going on in your head that you don't get a good night's sleep, and it's a downward spiral. So Aquarians, you need to go to work, knock off, come home, relax, enjoy yourself, and don't think about work until the next day. Okay. 11th house is the hopes and wishes house, and it's showing me here that your hopes and wishes are coming to fruition. So I feel that even though they might only be, you know, one small thing at a time, you are seeing it develop and create in your life. So keep that thought process as clear and positive as you can. Friendships also for you are showing here to be nurturing and supportive. So you're supportive of your friends, as well as they're giving you that support in return. So lovely energies there in your friendships. 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It's the house of institutions. It's one of the psychic houses again, so really being able to get in touch with your intuition and you know, tuning those antennas of yours in. And you could feel here in November a little bit of ESP, I suppose you could call it. One of the main things that you need to do is trust those psychic messages that you get, that, you know, inner voice, that quiet voice that is subtle but confident, I suppose is how it sounds. But yeah, so that is a really nice energy to have in your 12th house, because it's showing that your thoughts are powerful enough to help you create the life that you want to see unfolding for you. And in November, you're under wonderful cosmic energies in order to do that. You know, Source is helping, God is helping. So know that, and use all your tools to get the ball rolling. Now I will do the animal medicine cards. I'm just focusing here for Aquarians. There's too many that came out, so there's a lot of messages that for you, Aquarius. I'm happy to be contacted if you would like more of an in-depth look into your chart or a tarot reading. So now let's see what's in store for Aquarius, and what message does the from Animal Medicine is there for Aquarians through November 2018. Well, they want to pop out, but they're making up their mind. Okay, I'll ask again. What messages do the Animal Medicine cards have for Aquarians through November 2000? Oh, there we go. I knew it was a couple of messages. It didn't want to give you just one. So, first message from the Animal Medicine is Giraffe. Avoid being overstretched. So, this is not a time to stretch far beyond your current capabilities. If you stick your neck out too far, you may lose balance and topple over. Like a giraffe with that impossibly long neck and spindly legs, more even distribution keeps you from being lion prey. So, yeah, don't spread yourself too thin, Aquarians, is the message I feel is coming from Giraffe Medicine. And the second card we have was Monkey. So that's, to me, that is the monkey mind. We're up here in the 10th house. It shows me that I'm seeing that Aquarians are really finding it hard to quieten their minds, and therefore that interferes with sleeping a lot of the time. That is what I call monkey mind. So monkey is a positive in this situation. Be experimental. Try new things, like a fun-loving monkey expressing its curiosity. Inject more enjoyment into the situation, even if it's not exactly a barrel full of monkeys. Have fun as if you are performing in the circus or swinging from one tree branch to another, creating links. Very interesting, Aquarius. So I do feel that, you know, I feel this is to do with your friendship groups and your hobbies and recreational activities and anything to do with affairs of the heart in particular. So it's, you know, injecting more enjoyment and having fun. So I feel that you don't mind being the centre of attention from time to time, Aquarius. That's not such a bad thing. I mean, you are the, you know, Aquarius is the opposite side to Leo, and Leo's quite good at being in the limelight. So there's no reason why Aquarians can't be too, you know, just because they're the polar opposite. There's a lot of similar energies that they do share because of that polar opposite. So yeah, so I do feel that you will discover a bit more fun in November and you know, lift some of those burdens and some of that strictness. You know, yours in a lot of ways your hardest taskmaster, and you know, as I said, your home base is looking to be quite an enjoyable place to be as well. So it may be a case of you inviting more people around. As I said, in the southern hemisphere it's spring going into summer. In the northern hemisphere, of course, it's autumn going into winter. So again, for the northern hemisphere Aquarians, it may be a case of, you know, have that last hurrah before the cold comes on and you know, you get snowed in, so to speak. So, you know, mingling and spending time with people before the onset of winter is probably a pleasurable time of the year as well. So thank you for watching, Aquarius, and if you've liked your reading, please like this video. Feel free to leave a comment, and it'll be wonderful if you subscribe to my channel, and I will be back in December to talk to you some more then. Until then, Aquarians, many blessings. Namaste.